Hello guys, good evening everyone. So today we are going to start this IIT JAM 2024 official question paper. It's detailed discussion class and explanation. So we'll start with MCQ first, then we'll go to numericals, and if time permits, then we'll do the MSQ part today. Otherwise, we'll do the discussion part of MSQ tomorrow only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello everyone, very good evening to all. I think you guys can see the question.
Yes, sir.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay guys, so let's start the
Sir,
discussion then.
agar if possible, then can we zoom it to a bit?
Okay sir, okay. Sir, is it okay now?
The earlier version was better,
Better.
sir. Yes, sir.
Just
Yes, yes, sir. This one is
now
good.
it is okay now? Okay sir. Okay guys, so let's see the first question. So it is the plate tectonic settings of Benioff Wadati zone. It is associated with which type of tectonic setting? Okay. And as you can see, we have marked it as the subduction zone. Okay, and many of you, I hope, have answered it right. You can see this is a subduction zone setting. Okay, and this plate particularly, this plate, you can see this is the subducting plate which is going beneath the crust, and this one, this is the overriding plate. Okay, and the Wadati Benioff zone, it is nothing but the part of the subducting plate. Okay, this zone, this zone is called the Wadati Benioff zone, and it is associated with, as you know, deep focus earthquakes, and it is nothing but the part of the subducting plate. Okay, so yes, it is associated with the subduction zone. Okay, option B will be the correct answer. Is it okay with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's. Okay, if you have any doubt regarding any question, you can ask. I will repeat it. Okay, or if you miss any part, you can ask. I will repeat it once again. No worry. So let's move to the next one. It is about the radioactive decay. The neutron-rich unstable nuclides undergo which type of decay process? So as you know, always the radioactive decay occurs by a unstable nuclide. Okay, and the nucleus may be unstable due to different reasons. So here it is asked, if the nucleus is neutron rich and it is unstable, then by which decay method it will become stable? So let's see. So there is a graph. I hope you can see it. And in the vertical axis, the number of neutrons are plotted, and in the horizontal axis, the number of protons are plotted. Okay, and there is a division between them. You can see. And this blue color shaded part, you can see. I hope this blue color shaded part, this describes the nuclides which are rich with neutron. Okay, and remember, they undergo the beta minus or the negatron decay. Let me show you. Okay, the reaction by which it occurs, you can see this reaction. This is a neutron. Okay, this is a neutron, you can see. And how it decays? If the nucleus is rich with neutrons, so when it starts decaying, so what happens? This neutron, as you can see, neutron has only mass number but no atomic number. Okay, na? Now the neutron, when it starts decaying, it breaks into a proton and into an high speed electron. Okay, and this high speed electron is itself called the beta minus particle, or we can call it as a negatron particle. Why? Because as you know, electron has a negative charge. Okay, so this electron which is moving with high speed after breaking down from the neutron itself, it is called the negatron particle. Okay, and also an anti-neutrino is released here. Okay, so this is the process by which the negatron decay occurs by a neutron rich nuclide. That is, a neutron is broke apart into two parts. That is, one is a proton and one is a high speed electron, which is itself called the positron. Okay, sorry, negatron. It is called the negatron. So the correct option will be negatron decay, by which the neutron rich nuclide will undergo decaying. Is it correct? Sorry, yes. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Is it okay with everyone, or should I repeat it?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, the next one. Which one of the following textures is found in alkali olivine basalt? Okay. In the class, I think we have solved this type of question many times. Now, the rock that is given is alkali olivine basalt. Okay. So, can anyone tell me what will be the composition of this rock? Quickly. What will be the composition of alkali olivine basalt? Can anyone tell what is the correct composition of alkali olivine basalt? Okay, let's see. As you can see, it is given that alkali olivine basalt. So in basalt, as you know, there is clinopyroxene plus plagioclase is there. Yes or no? There is clinopyroxene plus plagioclase. And besides basalt, it is given that it is a alkali olivine basalt. So there will be olivine and also there will be alkalis. Okay. Now, let's see, it is given that which type of texture will be found in this rock. Now, in the option itself, you can see all others, that is whether it is a Rapa cave or whether it's a graphic or whether it is a blastoporphyric texture, all others are associated with granite and granitoid group of rocks. Yes or no? Because as you know, Rapa cave, it is a intergrowth between the quartz and orthoclase feldspar. So it is found in granite, and the graphic is also the intergrowth between quartz and orthoclase feldspar. Sorry, I'm sorry, Rapa cave, it is the intergrowth between orthoclase and plagioclase feldspar, and graphic, it is the intergrowth between quartz and orthoclase feldspar, and blastoporphyric, that is also a type of porphyric texture. It is also found in granite and granitoid group of rocks. But this only this one, that is the intergranular texture, it is found in basaltic rocks. Okay, and where you can see the space between the phenocrust are occupied by the latter minerals, that is maybe it is a pyroxene. Okay, that is the olivine, pyroxene, this type of minerals occupying the space. Okay, so the correct answer will be the intergranular texture. By the elimination method also you can solve this question, because whether it is option A, B, C, these are associated with granitoid rocks, and only this one is associated with the basaltic rocks. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then let's move to the next one. You can see it is asking what is the correct mineralogy of granulite facies. Okay, so if a metabasalt undergoes granulite facies of metamorphism, then what type of mineral assemblage can we expect? And so it is a direct question, I think, because if you remember the characteristic minerals of granulite facies, these are orthopyroxene, garnet, plagioclase, clinopyroxene. Yes or no? These are the characteristic minerals of granulite facies. So option B will be the correct answer. Okay. And by the elimination method also you can see, because the option A, that is the glaucophane, lawsonite, these are found in blue schist facies itself. Okay. And the actinolite, albite, chlorite, epidote, these are found in which facies? Green schist. Huh? And this one, that is omphacite, garnet, these are found in eclogite facies, and the only remaining one is the option B, which is the characteristic assemblage of granulite facies constituting of orthopyroxene, clinopyroxene, garnet, plagioclase. Okay, is it fine? There is a table also that is describing all the characteristic minerals of respective. Okay, then let's move to the next one. You can see it is asking that the Glossopteris fossil is found in which of the following formation. And if you remember, Glossopteris, it is a plant fossil. Okay, it is a plant fossil. It represents the leaf of a plant, and it is associated with which type of stratigraphy succession? The lower Gondwanas. Okay. If you remember, the Glossopteris fossils, these are found in lower Gondwana group of rocks. Okay, and from these following options, only the Ranigans formation belongs to lower Gondwana, but all other belongs to the upper Gondwana age. That's why the correct answer will be Ranigans. Okay, because as you know, Ranigans, it is a part of the Barakkar formation. Okay, Ranigans belong to the Barakkar formation. Sorry, Ranigans belong to the Damoda group. Okay. Ranigans belong to the Damoda group, and within Damoda there is Kararbari, Barakkar, Baron Major, and Ranigans. I'm sorry. Just a minute. The lower Gondwana succession constituting of Talcher, Damoda, these successions, and within the Damoda there are 4 subdivisions, that is Kararbari, Barakkar, Baron Major, and Ranigans. Okay, and because Ranigans belongs to the lower Gondwana formation, it can constitute of Glossopteris fossil. Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then let's see the next question. It is asking, in a sequence of undeformed sedimentary rocks, the younger rocks overlie the older rocks. This conforms to which principle? The younger rocks overlying the older rocks. Okay, let me tell you, this deals with the law of superposition. Okay, because as you know, suppose this is a sedimentary strata formed within a sedimentary basin. Now, within the sedimentary basin, okay, after some time another strata is formed. Okay, suppose after the formation of this green color strata, this yellow color strata is formed, means it is younger than the green color strata. Yes or no? Again, after some times you can strata is formed, then it is younger than the other two. Yes or no? So if you see, then in sequence the younger beds are always lying over the older beds. Okay, in a undeformed sedimentary strata. Okay, but if it is a overturned strata, then the case will be different. But because it is given that the strata is undeformed, then you can say the younger rocks will always overlie the older rocks. Okay, and it is known as the law of superposition. Is it okay with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Now the next one, it is asking about the drop stones. It is asking about the drop stones and found in which of the following formations. At first, let me tell you, drop stone, it is a glacial structure. It is a geomorphology found in glacial environment. Yes or no? It is a geomorphological structure or that is formed in glacial environment. And among the following 4 options, which one is formed in glacial environment, or which formation deals with the glacial condition? The Talcher one. Yes or no? Because within the Talcher formation, we found Talcher tilites. Okay, the Talcher tilites, that is indicative of a glacial environment. Okay, if you see within the talcite formation, talcite tilites are found. And as you know, tilites are always found in glacial condition. That's why it is concluded that the talcite formation was formed in glacial environment. And because it is formed in glacial environment, only this one can contain drop stones. Yes or no? But all others, whether it's a Barakar, Raniganj or Bijori formation, they are formed under fluvial condition. Okay, in fluvial condition, there is no chance of occurrence of drop stones. Okay. Could you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now the next one, the sedimentary structures formed by unidirectional current. Okay, among the four options, which one is formed by unidirectional current? Let's see. Okay, so at first it is draw cross bearing, then in option B it is oscillation ripples, then in option C it is concretion, then in option D it is hummocky cross stratification. Let's discuss from the bottom first. The hummocky cross stratification. So if you remember hummocky cross stratification, they are formed in continental shelf during marine storms. Okay, they are formed during marine storms. Okay, and if you see, okay, if you see in the continental shelf during marine storms, there will be high energy, there will be high energy condition. Okay, so there will be unidirectional as well as some bidirectional currents will be there, because unidirectional means the current flows in only one direction, and bidirectional means it can flow in one direction, then again it can return in the same direction. Okay, so if you see in the storm condition, the waves come and then it go back in the same direction again. Okay, so it will be a bidirectional condition. Similarly, in the option C, it is given that the concretions, it is a chemical structure. Okay, it is a chemical sedimentary structure. It is formed by precipitation from a chemically active fluid. Okay, and the option B, it is about the oscillation ripples. The oscillation ripples, they are also known as the wave ripples. If you remember, these are known as the wave ripples. They look like this, and they are formed by wave action. Okay, they are formed by wave action only. And as I explained in the previous part, the waves are always bidirectional. Okay, because they come in one direction and also return in that same direction, so they are bidirectional. They indicate two directions. Okay, because in the wave ripple, suppose here you are standing at the crest and you are measuring the deep angle of the beds, then you can get the deep angle towards this direction, also towards this direction, means 180-degree apart. Okay, so they are bidirectional. But if you see the trough cross bedding, okay, trough cross, let me show you the trough cross bedding. These ones, these are formed by the unidirectional current itself. Okay, and if you measure the deep direction of the beds, you will get one single direction only. Okay, that's why it is concluded that the trough cross beddings, they are found by the unidirectional current. Okay, is it understood? Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's move to the next one. It is asking which of the following is the precursor of petroleum. Okay, means they are asking petroleum is originated from which of the following. Okay, and let me show you. It will be kerosene. Okay, kerosene. It is also called the parent element. Okay, or the parent material of petroleum. Okay, because it is formed, the kerosene, it is formed when some organic remains, whether it is a plant remain or it is a animal remain, mostly it is a animal remain, it is buried during the burial or subsidence, and during the diagenesis phase, okay, they gradually converted to petroleum. Okay, they gradually undergo high temperature and high pressure condition, and they are converted to petroleum. Okay, so the kerosene, it is called as the parent element of petroleum. But if you see the other option, whether it is a bitrane, clarine or sporinite, these are associated with coal. Okay, these are core materials. Okay, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if you see, this is the process. This is the entire process of petroleum generation. Okay, and you can see here is the kerosene, and it is when exposed to high temperature pressure condition, gradually it undergoes thermal degradation and it is converted to petroleum. Okay, the kerosene is also a organic remain. Okay, okay, let's see the next one. It is asking which of the following is an amorphous variety of silica, SiO2. Okay, do you know what is amorphous and what is crystalline? Can anyone explain?
So amorphous substances are powder-like forms, and crystalline substances have a definite shape.
Okay, so this you are talking about the external appearance, but if we look about the internal structure, then the crystalline structures or the crystalline compounds, they have a regular atomic spacing and a regular crystalline lattice structure, but the amorphous substances, they lack a long range regular and repeating arrangement. Meanwhile, they lack an regular internal crystal lattice structure. Okay, and if you see the silica, then the amorphous variety of silica is opal itself. Okay, the opal, it is the amorphous variety of silica. Okay, and also by the elimination method you can choose the right answer, because if you see the whether it is a quartz, citrine, agate, okay, all of these are crystalline varieties of quartz. Okay, whether it's quartz or citrine or agate, these are the crystalline variety of quartz, and only the remaining one, that is opal, it is only the amorphous variety of quartz. Okay, because it lacks a regular internal atomic arrangement or a regular crystal lattice structure. Could you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's move to the next one. So in this question, it is asked, if an igneous rock has a modal composition of 55% of olivine, 40% of orthopyroxene, and 5% of plagioclase, then according to the IUGS classification, what will be its name? Okay, so the composition of the rock is given, and you can see clearly that mostly it is composed of olivine and orthopyroxene. Okay, because 55% of olivine is there and 40% of OPX is there. So if you add up the composition of olivine and orthopyroxene, it will exceed more than 90%. Yes or no? And let me remind you, the rock that is enriched with olivine and orthopyroxene is what? Hasbergite. Okay. Yes or no? Hasbergite it is. Also, we can see in the diagram. I don't think it is the... Okay, this one. Yeah. You can see here olivine is there, and here orthopyroxene is there, and here cyanopyroxene is there. You can see in this triangle diagram, here Hasbergite is plotted, since it is enriched with olivine and orthopyroxene. Okay, and very minor amount of cyanopyroxene and plagioclase is there, but more than 90% of this Hasbergite is constituting of olivine and orthopyroxene. Okay, could you get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's see the next one. It is about the abundance of elements in the solar system. It is asking which of the following is the correct decreasing order of abundance of elements in our solar system. So let's see the options. And if you remember, in the class also we have discussed that in the solar system or in the universe, the light atomic element, okay, whether it is a hydrogen or helium, these are mostly abundant. Okay, and also if we discuss about our solar system, most of the mass of our solar system is concentrated within the sun itself. Okay, and the sun is composed of what? Hydrogen and helium mainly. Okay, the core of sun is composed of hydrogen and helium mainly. Okay, that's why hydrogen will be the most abundant element in the solar system, and next to it will be helium. Okay, and following it there will be oxygen and iron. Look at it. So the option D, it will be the correct answer. Could you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now let's see the next one. The suture of a cephalopod having smooth saddles and granulated ropes, it is called first type of suture. Okay, so let me draw it. You can see it. They are asking smooth saddles and granulated lobes. Means it will be somehow looking like this, and because let me tell you, this part is called the saddle. Sorry, this part is called saddle. Okay, and these parts are called lobe. Means the elevated parts or convex upward parts are called saddle, and the depressed part or the concave upward parts are called lobe. And in the question it is given that the saddle is smooth but the lobe is granulated, and this type of suture, if you remember, they are called the serratic structure, serratic sutures. Okay, the other type of sutures are also seen here. You can see this is the nautilatic suture and this is the goniatic suture. Okay, where the lobe is angular, and this is the serratic suture where the saddles are rounded or smooth and the lobe is granulated. Okay, so the correct option will be option C. Is it fine?
Yes.
Okay, let's move to the next one. It is asking which of the following is a body fossil. Okay, so at first, let me remind you, fossils are broadly of two types, that is body fossil and the other one is trace fossil or ichno-fossil. So in the body fossil, the whole body of the organism is preserved, but in the trace fossil, the activity of the organism is preserved. Okay, so the in among the following options, if you see, then it will be option D. Okay, it will be option D because the stromatolites. Okay, the stromatolites, these are the only fossil where whole body of the organism is preserved. Okay, but whether it is a coprolite, footprint, or cast, they represent only a part of the body, not the whole body, because they present, if you see the footprint, they represent the impression of the foot only. Okay, they don't represent the whole body. Similarly with the
सर
coprolites and casts. Okay, but
सर
the
डाउट था
stromatolites,
हेलो सर
yes,
सर इसमें कास्ट को मार्क किया है ना हाईलाइटेड को
but the correct option will be option D, stromatolites. Okay,
सर अगर हम लाइक स्ट्रोमाटोलाइट के लिए हम हमारे पास कुछ रेफरेंस है जैसे हम उसको क्लेम कर सकते हैं कि यार भाई स्ट्रोमाटोलाइट ही उसका आंसर है
because remember the cast is not always representing a body fossil, because it can represent sometimes, but many times maybe the cast is created due to the cast is what, a depression, it is created due to the activities of organism also. Okay, so but the stromatolite, it is created by the bacteria na, the cyanobacteria, so it can represent a whole body fossil.
सर वो मैंने एक बुक में देखा था उसमें कास्ट था तो उधर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन था कि कास्ट हो गया स्ट्रोमाटोलाइट मैंने तो स्ट्रोमाटोलाइट में चूज किया था बट नॉट श्योर तो इसके लिए रेफरेंस कुछ है जैसे कि हम क्लेम कर सकते हैं कि अगर वो कास्ट आंसर होता है उधर ऑफिशियल आंसर के में तो स्ट्रोमाटोलाइट तो उधर तो क्लेम करना पड़ेगा ना कि स्ट्रोमाटोलाइट उसका आंसर ऐसा
Okay,
कुछ
we'll talk about the reference later. Okay,
ओके सर
okay, fine. Okay, so let's see the next one. It is a column matching. So in the group 1, there are some morphological features of some phylum is given, and in the group 2, some phylums are given. So let's see at first, disappearments. Disappearments are there. If you see about the disappearments, these are the part of anthozoa. Okay, anthozoa means they represent the corals. Okay, if you see the corals, this is the picture of a coral, and these ones, okay, attached with the walls, you can see these ones, these are called the disappearments. So this is a morphological features that deals with the corals or the anthozoa. Okay, and the delthidium, I think if you remember, most of you, then it is the pedicle opening of brachiopod. Okay, it is associated with brachiopods. And the pygidium, this is the last body part of trilobites. Yes or no? And the ambulacral plates, these are the coronal plates associated with echinoderms. Yes or no? So it will be option A. The correct one will be option A. Is it correct?
यस सर ऑप्शन
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move to the next one. So again, it is a column matching, but some sedimentary structures are there, and in the group 2, their respective mechanisms are there. So let's see about the stylolites. Stylolites, as you can remember, these are formed due to the pressure solution mechanism. Okay, the stylolites formed due to pressure solution mechanism, and pressure solution mostly occur during the diagenesis process. Okay, during the diagenesis, when pressure is applied, due to the high pressure, pressure solution mechanism occurs, which creates stylolites. Okay, now the pseudonodules, these are created due to liquefaction process. Okay, these are due to the liquid activity. Okay, and hence it is known as the liquefaction process, which creates the pseudonodules. Now the current crescent, if you remember, this is an erosional feature created due to the river action mainly, so it is associated with the scoring mechanism. And the stromatolites, as we have discussed, these are the organosedimentary binding. Okay, means they are created due to the cyanobacteria. Okay, and also they create a sedimentary structure, that's why it is created by organosedimentary binding. So if we match this, then it will be option A. The correct answer will be option A. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here you can see the stylolites and the pseudonodules. These are the pseudonodules, huh? And this is the current crescent. These are also the soul marks, huh? Created due to the river action, due to erosive action of river. And here you can see the stromatolites. Okay. Again, it is a column matching. So let's match the geomorphological features with their respective environment. The drain canter, if you remember, these are a type of ventifacts. Okay, and ventifacts, if you remember, they are created due to wind action, means they are created in aeolian environment. Okay, here you can see this is a drain canter. Okay, and drain canter is a three-phased ventifact. Okay, ventifacts are of three types: end canter, join canter, and drain canter. Okay, and the drain canter, it is a three phases. It has three phases. Okay, you can see this. These are three angular phases. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is called drain canter. It is a type of ventifact created in the aeolian environment due to erosive action of the wind. And the next one is cirques. Cirques are also erosive features created by the erosive action of glaciers. Okay, so they are associated with the glacial environment. And the next one is natural levee. Natural levee are formed on the banks of the river. Okay, so they are associated with fluvial environment. And the bombs, these are formed along the beaches. Okay, they are formed along the ocean beaches. Let's see if you can see these are the bombs. Okay, they are a ridge like structure found at the ocean beaches. Okay, so if we match it, it will be the correct option will be option A. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see the next one. It is asked about the stratigraphical units. Which of the following represents the correct hierarchy of the given stratigraphy units? Okay, means which of the following is arranged correctly according to their sequence. Okay, so let's see first. Here in the option A, it is given that bed, formation, member, then group. Is it correct?
No, sir.
No.
Support
Why?
group formation member पेड उसका sequence है.
Okay, because the member, okay, bed, then it should be member, then it should be formation, then it should be group, because the member is a part of the formation itself. Yes or no? The member belongs to the formation itself. Okay, and hence it has to be lesser than the formation. It cannot be greater than the formation. Okay, so if you arrange it correctly, then at first the bed will be there, then member, then formation, then it will be group. Okay, so option C will be the correct answer. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, then let's see the next one. Some minerals are given to you, okay, and their respective interference color and order particularly are given to you. So let's match them. So about sillimanite shows which order interference color?
Second order.
second order. Okay, if you see, you can see this is the Michael Levy chart, okay, describing about the order of the interference color. You can see the sillimanite, clinopyroxene, all of them shows the second order interference color. Okay, and next the quartz. What about quartz?
First order.
Quartz shows first order, particularly the first order gray interference color. Most of the time quartz shows, okay, so quartz will show the first order interference color. Then muscovite, it is muscovite
Third
is
order.
third order. Okay, you can see in the third order it is muscovite. Okay, muscovite shows the third order interference color. And what about calcite? Greater than third order, because as you know, calcite has the highest birefringence. Okay, so it will show a interference color more than order 3. And if we match them correctly, it will be option C. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. C is the correct answer.
Okay, yeah, C.
Yes, sir.
C it is. Then let's move to the next one. It is asking about the saturated thickness of an unconfined aquifer. Okay, the saturated thickness of an unconfined aquifer is defined by which distance? So let me show you the unconfined aquifer. The unconfined aquifer at the top is marked by the water table itself. Here you can see this black color dotted line, it represents the water table. Okay, that's why it marks the top layer or top position of the unconfined aquifer. And below the unconfined aquifer, there will be impermeable layer, or you can say it is a confining layer through which water cannot pass. Okay, then what will be the saturated thickness? Saturated thickness means the thickness of water that can be accumulated when the unconfined aquifer is fully saturated, okay, or fully filled with water. This one represents the saturated thickness of the unconfined aquifer. Means it is the distance between the water table and the confining layer. Water table will be at the top and the confining layer will be at the bottom. Okay, so the distance between the water table and confining layer itself defines the saturated thickness of the unconfined aquifer. Okay, so it will be option B. Option B will be the correct answer. Is it okay with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, so it is asking the Darcy law. The Darcy law quantifies the volume of groundwater flow. Okay, Darcy law quantifies the volume of the groundwater flow for which quantity? Okay, so let's see. So let's see about the Darcy law. So it is Q is equal to Ka dH divided by dl. Yes or no? And if you see Q here is the flow rate. Yes or no? Can you tell me what is the unit of flow rate? If anyone remember.
Meter cube per second.
Meter cube per second or meter cube per day, like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Means
Yes, sir.
the time unit is at the denominator, but in the numerator it is meter cube or cm cube, like this. And means it is a cube of a linear unit. Means it describes the volume of water. Okay, so the volume of water, it is denoted in meter cube or cm cube, like this. And in the denominator you can see there is a time unit. Yes or no? And because in the question it is asked about the volume of water, okay, Darcy law quantifies the volume of groundwater per which quantity? Then it should be per time. Yes or no? Per unit time. Because if you see the Q, that is the flow rate, it is expressed in the units of meter cube per day. ठीक है ना? And meter cube means it represents the volume of groundwater, and it is divided with a time unit, whether it is a day or a second, like this. So it is a time unit. So the volume of groundwater per unit time is described by the Darcy law. Okay, could you get it?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, so it should be option B. Option B will be the correct one. Okay, now it is asked about the order of the streams. Okay, so if you remember, then the stream which is originated from its source is ordered with order 1, and when two first order streams mix with each other, then they creates a second order stream. And again, when two second order streams mix with each other, then only they create a next order stream, that is the third order stream. Okay, but when a second order stream meets with a first order stream, the stream order remain unchanged, that is it will be 2. Okay, but the stream order increases when two same order units mix with each other. Okay, suppose here you can see here two streams are originated, so there will be first order streams, and when two first order streams meet with each other, they will generate a second order stream, this one. But you can see this second order unit when meets with the first order unit, first order stream, the stream order remain unchanged, that is it will be the same second order stream. But when two second order streams meet with each other, they create the next order, that is the third order stream. Okay, so in this figure, the highest order that you can expect or you can get is the third order stream. Okay, so it will be option B. Could you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, now we can see it is asked about the tunnels, the stability of tunnels. So it is given a tunnel with vertical walls and arched crown is constructed through a set of sedimentary beds. The thickness of individual bed is significantly less than the wall height of the tunnel. For which of the following conditions one of the tunnel wall becomes unstable? Okay, means they are asking about the stability of the tunnel. Okay, so if you construct the tunnel according to the question, then they have a vertical wall and they have a arched crown. Crown means the top part of the tunnel, so it will look like this. Now it is asking about the stability of the tunnel. Okay, now let's see according to which of the following condition the tunnel will be stable. Okay, okay, sorry, according to which of the following options the tunnel becomes unstable. Okay, we have to choose the option for which the tunnel will be mostly unstable. Now let's see the option wise. You can see the option A, it is given that when the tunnel axis is horizontal and the beds are horizontal. Okay, means that both tunnel and bed are parallel to each other and both are horizontal, then it should be the most stable condition. Yes or no? The option A should be the most stable condition, but we are dealing with the unstable condition, so it cannot be the answer. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now it is asking the tunnel axis is parallel to the strike of the beds that dips 45 degree to 60 degree itself. Okay, means they are saying the tunnel axis, it is parallel to the strike of the beds. Let me show you. Okay, suppose this one. Okay, suppose this one, you can see these are the beds dipping. Okay, and the tunnel is constructed parallel to the strike of the bed. Okay, the tunnel is parallel to the strike of the bed. Okay, and because in the question it is given the thickness of the individual bed is slightly less than the wall height of the tunnel, means the tunnel is not confined to a single bed. Yes or no? The tunnel is not completely confined to a single bed. Okay, that's why when the tunnel is parallel to the strike of the bed and it is constructed parallel to the strike of the bed, then it will encounter more than one beds in its path. Yes or no? In its path it will encounter more than one bed, so it becomes unstable. Okay, because if you remember, then when the tunnel encounters more than one bed in its path, it becomes unstable. Yes or no? That's why when it is parallel to the strike of the bed that is dipping with 45 to 60 degree angle, then it becomes unstable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay then. Okay, let's see the next one. They are asking about a outcrop pattern of the plunging fold. A plunging fold will not show a V-shaped outcrop, because if you remember, the plunging folds, they either show a U-shaped or V-shaped outcrop, okay, on the map. But it is just the plunging fold will not show a V-shaped outcrop pattern on a planar ground if the plunge of the fold axis is oriented in which manner. Okay, let's see. Let's see in option wise. Let's see from the top. Now see, it is given if the plunge of the fold axis is equal to the dip of the ground surface in the same direction. Let's see what will happen. Okay, some cases are here. Okay, you can see here. Okay, you can see here either the fold axis is plunging with a greater amount in some cases, or less than the ground slope sometimes, and in all cases there is a V-shaped outcrop. You can see here the ground slope and the plunge direction are opposite to each other. Okay, so they will be showing a V-shaped outcrop. Okay, and in these cases also there is a V-shaped outcrop formed. But when they dip in the same direction with the same amount, like this case one, okay, this option A, you can see this blue color line, it represents the plunge of the fold axis, and this red color line represents the slope of the ground. And when they are parallel to each other, you can see there is a straight line outcrop formed. Okay, that is a parallel line, group of parallel lines formed as an outcrop, but there is no V-shaped outcrop. Okay, so V-shaped outcrop will not formed when the plunge axis is parallel to the ground slope with equal amount in the same direction. Could you get it? So option A will be the correct one. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. Here, a fault is given, a faulted terrain is given to you. So the given map shows the outcrop pattern of 4 beds across a fault plane, F dash on a flat ground, and X and Y refer to 2 blocks across F dash. Which one of the following options is correct interpretation of the structure depicted on the map? And the younging direction of the beds is given also. That is, 4 is the bed 4 is the oldest one, and bed 1
सर
is the youngest.
सर
Are you
इसमें
trying to say?
आंटी जी सर, हाँ सर, इसमें एंटीक्लाइन सिंक्लाइन कुछ नहीं है, तो सिंपल एंटी बुक को कैसे कंसीडर करेंगे
Wait,
जो
wait,
यंग?
just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait, we'll solve it gradually. Okay, so let's see. There are 4 beds given. That is, bed 4 is the oldest one, and bed 1 is the youngest one. Okay, so let's see at first. Can you tell me which in this formation, which one is at the center, the oldest one or the youngest one? In the fold, which one is
यंगेस्ट.
the youngest one?
यस
Yes or
सर.
no? Bed
यस.
1, bed 1 is at the center or the core, and bed 4 is away from the core. That is the oldest one away from the core, and the youngest one is towards the core. Then according to this structure, it should be a syncline. Yes or no?
यस सर, सिंक्लाइन.
Okay, okay, just wait then. Now let's see about the plunge direction of the fold. Okay, because in the option it is asking about the plunge direction of the fold. So can you tell me what is the plunge direction of the fold?
सर जो जो डायरेक्शन पे क्लोजिंग होगा उसके ऑपोजिट में
हाँ.
सिंक्लाइन का प्लंजिंग डायरेक्शन.
Which one it is?
सर टू लाइक नॉर्थ साउथ ईस्ट.
Southwest or southeast?
साउथ ईस्ट.
In this direction?
यस सर.
This one, na?
यस सर.
Then this one is which direction?
सर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो गया.
Okay, let's see. So you are saying that in a syncline, the closure direction will be opposite to the plunge direction.
यस सर.
Are you sure?
यस सर, एंटीक्लाइन केस में जो डायरेक्शन में क्लोज होता है उसी डायरेक्शन
Yes,
में प्लंज रहता है, एंड सिंक्लाइन केस में उसका अपोजिट, मतलब क्लोज जो डायरेक्शन में
opposite
होगा
होता
उसी के अपोजिट में रहेगा
है. Okay,
प्लंज।
and here you can see the closing direction is towards northwest. Then the plunge should be towards southeast.
यस सर।
Okay.
सर एक्चुअली एक डाउट था कि उसमें सिंक्लाइन एंटीक्लाइन कुछ नहीं दिया है, तो कैसे हम उसको सिंफॉर्म
सिनफॉर्म और
एंटीक्लाइन?
एंटीफॉर्म नहीं दिया है, ठीक है ना.
देखिए सर, सिंक्लाइन एंटीक्लाइन नहीं दिया है, सिंफॉर्म दिया हुआ है। सिंफॉर्म में तो एज हम नहीं बताया ना कि लाइक
ठीक है,
एज के।
ठीक है. ठीक है, I got your question. We can identify this fold as a syncline, but we have not identified whether it is a synform or antiform. Yes or
यस
no?
सर, यस सर, यस सर।
Hmm.
सर
Yes,
अगर हम
sir.
एज को कंसीडर नहीं करेंगे तो ये तो एंटीफॉर्म हो जाएगा ना, तो अगर
ठीक
हम
ठीक
जस्ट देख रहे हैं
ठीक
तो।
है, ठीक है. I got your question because there is no mentioning of the deep direction of the beds. Because if the deep direction are given, then we can identify it. Hmm.
यस सर।
Okay. Because in some cases it can be a syncliner antiform or it can be syncline and synform. Okay, so if we consider it as a synform, okay, because another thing is there. uh, if you remember the principle of horizontality, then and also the principle of superposition, then you should know that the younger beds are always found along the deep direction, is not it?
यस सर, यस सर, यंगर
Okay.
ऑब्वियस टीम।
Okay, so if the younger bed is at the center, then the deep of the beds should be towards the center.
यस सर।
Then if the beds deep towards the center of the fold or the core of the fold, then it should be synform.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना? It should be synform. According to that information, it should be synform. And as we have already identified, the plunge of the fold axis should be along the southeast because it is a synform. Okay, so it should be a southeasternly plunging synform. Okay, and I think all other options are eliminated by itself.
सर इसमें थोड़ा इस टाइप का कंफ्यूजन हो गया, जस्ट लाइक अगर हम उसको कंसीडर करेंगे, आपने जो सेकंड कंडीशन में बोला ना कि इसको कंसीडर करके करना है, तो
Okay,
अगर उसी
just remember, in the option other data is also there, that whether the blocks X is upthrown or block X is downthrown. Okay, for the time being, we have identified it as a syncline, ठीक है ना?
यस सर, यस
And also we have identified it as a synform, because if we consider the normal sequences, let's assume it is a normal sequence where the younger bed is found at the core, and also we know that always the younger beds will follow the deep direction of the stratus. Yes or no?
यस सर।
Okay, so if we consider this theory, then it should be a synform,
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
because there is no other data is given about whether it is antiform or synform. No other data is given, so we have to use this concept.
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू।
Okay, now we have identified it as a synform and also a syncline. Now let's see about the fault. Okay, here it is a fault, you can see, and there are two blocks, that is the block X here and block Y here. And you can see the fault, the deep direction of fault is towards this side, means this block is the hanging wall. Okay, block X is your hanging wall and block Y is your foot wall.
यस सर, वाई इज तो डाउन थ्रोन एंड एक्स इज तो।
Y is the down thrown. Yes, how do we identify it? By showing the younger beds.
यस
Okay,
सर,
okay, let's see, let me explain it. Because let's see here you can see in the AY block, bed 1 is exposed against the bed 2 of X block. Okay, there are two blocks, one is block X, one is block Y. And if you see this cross section, then here the bed 2, the second bed of block X, is exposed against the first bed of block Y. Yes or no? And among bed 1 and bed 2, which one is younger? Bed 2 is obviously younger. And if you remember, always the younger beds, okay, in a fault, the younger beds will always found along the down thrown side. Yes or no? Always
Yes,
the
sir.
younger beds are found along the down thrown side. And because younger beds are means relatively younger beds are found along the block Y, so we have concluded that block Y is down thrown. Block Y is down thrown, and hence block X will be up thrown. ठीक है ना?
सर एक एमएससी को देख सकते हैं क्या? लाइक थोड़ा डाउट था उसमें।
Which one?
सर एमएससी क्यों एक था,
MSQ.
उसमें डाउट था।
We'll go
Yes, sir.
gradually. Don't worry. Okay. We'll let us solve it. Then we can go.
ओके सर।
We'll go
सर उस
sequentially.
ओके सर।
Just hold. Just hold. Okay. So if you see this data that we got, then it should be option A. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Solution is the
Yes, sir.
Then it should be option A. Could you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see the next one. It is asking about the dome, the crystal form dome. Okay, dome face. Okay, the dome form. If you remember the crystallographical form, then dome. There are two forms. One is dome, another is sphenoid. In the dome, the two non-parallel faces are correlated by a mirror plane itself. You can see this picture. This is a face and this is another face, and they are correlated by a mirror plane itself. And these two faces are non-parallel also. But in case of sphenoid, two non-parallel faces are related by a two-fold axis. Okay, but because here it is asked about dome, you can see this is a dome where two non-parallel faces are joined or correlated by a mirror plane itself. Could you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then the next one, here three symbols are given to you. In the first symbol, it is kept under a square bracket, and in the second it is kept under curly bracket, and in the third it is kept under a parenthesis. Okay, just a second, just a second. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you remember the square bracket symbol always represents a zone axis. Yes or no?
Do the test.
And zone axis is a line.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next one, the curly bracket. The curly bracket, if you remember, it always represents a form. The representation of form is done with curly bracket. And similarly, the representation of faces, okay, crystal faces are done with a parenthesis. Okay. So it will be line zone axis, because the zone axis is a line itself, na?
Yes, sir.
So the correct sequence will be line, then form, then face. Means it will be option D. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now the next one, it is a column matching relating to the stratigraphical formations. So let's see about the Baba Budan group. The Baba Budan group is found in which succession?
Dharwad.
In which part of Dharwad? There are two options, eastern or western.
Western block.
Western block. Okay, na? In the western block, the Baba Budan Chitradurga formations are found. Okay. Now the banded Nisi complex 1, BGC1, it is found in Aravalli formation. Okay, whether it is BGC1 or 2, both are found in the Aravalli formation. Okay, and the Bonai granite, it is found along the Singhbhum craton itself. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now the next one, the Kolar group. The Kolar group, means the Kolar mines, they are found along the Eastern Dharwad formation. Yes or no? The
Yes,
Kolar
sir.
goldfields, the Hutti goldfields, all of them are associated with Eastern Dharwad. Okay. So if we match them, then it will be option A correctly. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now the next one. Which of the following metamorphosis sequence is correctly arranged along the increasing metamorphic grade for the thermal metamorphism? Okay, for the thermal metamorphism means they are asking about the contact metamorphism, and which of the following is correctly arranged according to increasing metamorphic grade. Okay, so if you remember, there are four contact metamorphic phases. Okay, and the lowest one is, means the according to the grade, the lowest one is albite epidote phases. Okay, the albite epidote hornfield phases. Then the next one is hornblende hornfields. Then the next one is pyroxene hornfield phases, and the highest grade is the sanidinite phases. Okay, So if you arrange them correctly, then it will be option D. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here you can see at first among the contact faces, at first the albite epithet faces will be there, then the hornfeld faces will be there, then the pyroxene hornfeld faces will be there, and then the cyanide faces will be there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, next one, the nickel ores. The nickel ore are not associated with which of the following conditions? Means they are asking directly, the nickel ores are not formed in which of the following?
So
Okay,
स्टार होगा ना स्टार सर
along the scans.
सर मैं से ऑन नहीं हूँ
सर
No.
लेटराइट लगाया था सर मैंने.
It will be option C, because along the ultramafic rocks, along the ultramafic igneous rocks, nickel will be found because it is found by liquid immiscibility and it is associated with the ultramafic igneous rocks. Also along the laterites, you can found nickels because sometime due to residual concentration, the nickel ore is accumulated, and as you know, laterite is formed due to residual concentration. And also along the scans, okay, due to contact metamorphism, nickel ore is formed. But along the seafloor polymetallic nodules, nickel cannot be found. Okay. So it will be option C. Is it okay with you?
ओके सर ठीक है
Okay, guys. Then I think the MCQ part is over. Sir, the MCQ part is over. Then
सर थोड़ा एमएस क्यों करना है
okay, we will discuss sequentially because after the MCQ part is over, I think sir will carry on with the NATs
Yes,
at
sir.
first. Then MCQ will be discussed.
Let's continue with the part. Then this we will go to the MSQ. Okay.
Okay, sir. If, I think you can carry on with the NATs. Okay, sir.
Hello, good evening to all. Let me share my screen first. We will solve the NATs of this 2024 JAM exam. Okay. So just a minute. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so we will start with the 1 mark questions, then we will go to the 2 mark questions. Okay, there are 20 questions that are asked in your JAM exam. 10 having each of 1 mark and other 10 having each of 2 marks. Okay, so we will start with question number 41. So the question is saying that the value of phi of a sediment grain having a diameter of 0.125 millimeter is how much? Okay, so I hope you know what is phi scale. This is minus log d having base 2. Okay, where d is your diameter of the grain. Okay, and here the diameter is given as 0.125 millimeter. Generally, these are counted in the unit of millimeter. Okay, and if you convert this 0.125 millimeter in the form of power 2, okay, like this is 125 by 1000. So gradually, if you convert this into some other forms, it will be like 1 by 8. Okay, so this will be equal to 2 to the power minus 3. Then if we substitute the value of d by 2 to the power minus 3, this will be minus log having 2 to the power minus 3 and base 2. Okay, so this will be minus of minus 3, this will be 3. The answer for this question is 3. Okay, there is two scales of two generally we study in the graduation level. Okay, the first one was your wooden weighted scale, and the second one is your phi scale. Okay, you can use these phi values to different extent, like in the study of kurtosis, in the study of your what is called that is your um, another term is there. I'm not get
Yes.
yeah, skewness. Yes, yes. Thank you. So we can use them. Okay. So let's go to the next question. This is asking that the vertical separation of a displaced horizontal stratum along a deep slip reverse fault. Okay. So this is 10 meter. The the deep separation. It is asking the vertical separation. You can see. So this is your 10 meter. Okay. I have drawn this figure. This is going upward. This is going downward. And this section is a section which is considered that is perpendicular to the strike of the fault. Okay, and the depth of the fault is also given as 30 degree, and we are asked to calculate what is the net slip. If we see this XYZ section and put this section in a larger way, so this will be looking like this. Okay, so this angle YXZ is 30 degree, and this line YZ, this is not exactly deep separation. I would like to write here as vertical separation. Okay, just a second, kindly hold on. Yes. So we have to calculate what is the net slip. Can you tell me what is the formula that I should use to calculate the net slip value?
Sin theta.
Yeah, this is simply you can calculate by using sine 30 degree is equal to your yz by xz. Okay, so this yz value is 10 meter, and you have to calculate the xz value. You know that the value of sine theta is sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. So xz, that is your net slip, will be equal to 20 meter. Okay, so the answer will be 20. Okay, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the next question is the deeps of the normal and overturn limb of a horizontal overturn antifold are 30 degree and 70 degree respectively. So the what is the interlimb angle of the fold? The first thing you need to know is what is an overturn fold. Do you know what is an overturn fold? This is
Yes, sir.
an yes.
Limbs
Tell me what.
between same.
Yes, this is an overturn fold. Okay. What is overturn fold? Can you tell me again?
Limbs dip in same direction, but
Yes, sir. Two limb dip in the same direction, but angle of dip
See,
is unequal.
the thing is in overturn fold, one limb is folded in such a way, that is extremely folded in such a way that it should be dipping in the same direction as that of the normal fold. Okay, and there is another type of fold where two limbs are more or less parallel. Okay, so what is that type of fold? Yeah, that is isoclinal. So the difference between your overturn fold and isoclinal fold is they are not parallel. Okay, they are in the same direction by some extreme folding. Okay, so this is the thing you should know. And the next thing you should know is what is interlimb angle. So you can see this figure here. If you draw two tangents at the inflection point, you know what is inflection point in a fold?
Yes sir, maximum curvature.
Sir, angle of zero curvature.
Zero curvature.
Maximum curvature. Yeah. So that is the point at which zero curvature. Just a minute. Inflection point. Okay. So if you draw two tangents of a fold, I mean in two opposite limbs, okay. So the angle between those tangents will be called as interlimb angle. Okay. So if you see this question, it is saying that there is an antiphon that is already overturned. One limb having D of 30 degree and other limb which is overturned is having the deep angle of 70 degree. Okay. So what is the interlimb angle? So the first thing you should know that they are dipping in same direction. Okay. So what is the difference? If you see, suppose these are the tangents. Okay. So what is the value of these angles? Can you tell me? Hmm?
40.
Same direction, remember, it should be 40. Okay. The difference between them. Simply, had it been in opposite directions, so the thing would have been different. Okay. Had it been not a overturned fold, so the thing would have been different. Okay. Do you understand what I am saying?
Yes sir.
Yes.
So ऐसे ही होगा. The next question is about in a mineral with formula Kal3 Si3O10 and F 0.5 OHX. What is the value of X in this formula? This is a formula of which mineral?
Moscovite.
Yes, it is a formula of Muscovite. Muscovite is a micaceous mineral. Okay, so if you see the general formula of mica, it is like, in case of mica, it is like X, Y, 2 to 3. The value can be from 2 to 3. Okay, so it's Z4, O10, then OH, F, whole 2. So it means that your this OH and F, okay, so they will contribute, I mean, 2 moles. Okay, so if you see and compare this mica formula with this Muscovite formula, so you can find it. Mica consists of mainly two types of minerals. Okay, two major types, not only two types, two major types. So first one is your white micas, they are Muscovites, and your black micas, they are biotites. Okay, and biotites may have iron and magnesium within them, and Muscovites, they are having your aluminiums. Okay, so if you see and compare the formula that is given here with the general formula, so it should be like Kl3 Si3 O10 and this is F 0.5 and OH X. Okay. The first thing I would like to inform you, this is not related to this question, but you should know. Okay. So this aluminum might have, I mean, might consist of two types of aluminum. Okay. Because this Z is represented as your, I mean, tetrahedral coordination place. Okay. So it should have 4 atoms here. But in this formula, it has 3 atoms. So one place is replaced by an aluminum. Okay, so out of these 3 aluminums, one is your tetrahedral and 2 is your octahedral. Okay. Okay, it's for your understanding. But let's come to this question. So this is contributed as 2 parts. Okay, so what should be the value of it? It should be 2 minus 0.5. Okay, and it should be equal to 1.5. Okay, so this is the thing you must know. I hope you know the general formula of each silicate groups. Olivine, bioclin, amphiboles, okay, and then your micas, then your. So you must know the of all these mineral groups. Many times they ask the questions based on the general formula of pyroxene and amphiboles, and sometimes also from plagioclase and muscovites. So you must know the general formula. Anyway, let's go to the next question. Wherever you have, you can stop me. The atom percent of iron in pyrrhotite of composition, this is Fe 0.77S. So if you see this formula, this is Fe 0.77, this S. So the total number of atoms that are present in this formula are 0.77 plus 1. Total number of atoms. Okay. So the percentage of Fe atoms should be your 0.77 and this is equal to 1.77. 0.77 plus 1. So the percentage of atoms of Fe atoms, this should be 0.77 by 1.77 into 100. Can anybody calculate what is this value?
43.50.
43.50.
50.
Just a second. Just a second. Hold on. Huh? Okay, it's 43.50. Okay. So the next question is asking that you have to consider the univariant metamorphic reactions, that is albite is equal to jadeite plus quartz. Okay, so it has given you a couple of things in a single line. That is, the first thing is univariant. That means the degree of freedom is equal to 1. Okay, and the second thing is about your number of phases. What is the number of phases here?
Sir, 3.
Yes, because there are 3 minerals: albite, jadeite, and quartz. Okay, so this should be equal to 3. And you are asked to calculate the minimum number of chemical components that are required to describe the composition of all phases. Okay, so if you see this equation, the phase rule is P plus F is equal to C plus 2. Okay, so if you put these values in this rule, it should be like 3 plus 1, it should be equal to C plus 2. So the value of C is equal to 2. Okay, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next question is asking that the mean flow velocity of water in an open channel having an average depth of 0.2 meters and with prod number 4 is how much in meter per second. So it is asking the velocity, right? And what are the data they have given? Like if you see the depth and the prod number, what is the formula of prod number? Anybody knows?
F
F
equal to
E
B
divided
by
by
G
root
root 2.
Yeah, the first thing you must know what is the concept that is prod number. Okay, so this prod number indicates the ratio between inertial force by your gravity force. Okay, and mathematically it can be written as the this B and square root of GD. So if you put these values here and after the data are given, then our F is equal to 4. This D is equal to 0.2 meter. Okay, and L is given this G. Okay, this is 9.8 meter per second square. So now if you put these values, this becomes 4 is equal to your V by 9.8 into 0.2. Okay, and its square root. So if you see this multiplication will be like 196 into 10 to the power minus 2. Have you understood how it is 196? 98 into 2 is your 196, and there should be 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, because there are two decimal places. Okay, so now if you put v on one side and this 4 to square root of 196 into 10 to the power minus 2. So it should be like 4 into this is 14 into 10 to the power minus 1. Okay, this should be 56 into 10 to the power minus 1, and it should be 5.6 meter per second. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो ऐसा ही होगा आपका calculation. The next question is asking that an aquifer has a cross-sectional area of 10 meter square and a hydraulic conductivity of 0.25 centimeter per second. Just you have to, note down the units. That is important. Okay, the volume of water that will flow per second through the aquifers for a hydraulic gradient of 0.04 is how much in the unit of cubic centimeter. That is important. Okay, so if you see what is given, the area is given. This is 10 meter square. Okay, and the hydraulic conductivity is also given. This is 0.25 centimeter per second. Okay, and your hydraulic conductivity, that is I. You can also write it as ds by dl. Okay, so it should be 0.04. It doesn't have any unit. Okay, so now you know the formula for Darcy's law. Okay, the flow velocity is equal to your q is equal to kia. Here q is your flow velocity and k is your hydraulic conductivity and I is your hydraulic gradient, a is your cross sectional area. Okay, so now if you want to find the answer in the unit of cubic centimeter, so what should you do? What should you do first?
To
You
convert
have to,
the 0.25 centimeter
yes,
to meter.
yeah, you have to convert this 10 meter square into centimeter square. Whatever be the values, you have to convert it into centimeter square. Okay, I think there
Yes, sir.
is some problem with this question regarding the unit. Just a second. Yes, actually, they have given that per second how much water is flowing. That is in the unit of cubic centimeter. But the unit of Q, this Q is your cubic centimeter per second or whatever be like this. It can be like cubic centimeter per day also. Okay, like the volume by time. That is the thing. Okay, so now you have to find in the unit of cubic centimeter. So to do that, you have to do first this conversion, like your 10 into this is 100, 100, the square of 100, and this is centimeter square. Okay, so how much it is? Okay, now if you put
Yes,
all
sir.
these values here, this is k is your 0.25. This is I is your 0.04, and this is a is your 10 to the power 5. So this is in the unit of cubic centimeter per second. Okay, so how much it is? This should be like 100 into 10 to the power 5 divided by 10 to the power 4. How much it is? This is 10 to the power 3.
1000.
Yes,
1000.
is 1000. Yes. Okay. So if you see this question a little carefully, the volume of water that will flow per second, they have already mentioned it is per second. You have to just write this answer in the unit of cubic centimeter. Okay. So the answer will be 1000. Have you understood?
Yes.
Sir, one doubt is there in this
Okay.
question.
Yes.
Sir, it is
Tell me.
told that round off to 3 decimal places. If we don't try round off to 3 decimal, right? If we write only 1000, is the answer correct?
Uh, yeah, that is actually a very technical question that is not related to this. I mean, you just this 0.00. Okay, that is better. Okay, because it is an online exam, so it's better to mention like that. I did not see that this part. Okay, so it's better to get in that manner. Is it okay?
So by putting decimals after that point zero
That
zero.
doesn't make any difference. That doesn't make any difference whether you write 1.5000, how much zero. Does it make any difference?
So if someone wrote the only 1000, then it will be correct.
That should be correct. That should be correct. But
It depends on
if they, I mean,
it depends on IIT what they will get.
yes, that is the thing because they have already mentioned they are very technically sound. Okay, so you
So,
don't
but
have to be too
normally
wrong.
when we put the answer,
Yes.
if there is all zero after the decimal, then it becomes automatically the only whole number.
Then I think you can write 1000. That is also fine.
Okay.
But you just need to follow these rules as much as possible. Don't take on these IITs. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So whenever it is not necessary, they have also mentioned to confuse the students.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
that is the thing. You just follow these things and just a little bit aware of these, suggestions that are given after this question. Okay, so answer accordingly
Yes,
because
sir.
nobody is, manually, what do you do? Evaluating your answers. So that might be an issue. So try to follow it. Okay, so okay, let's go to the next question. Here, the geothermal gradient in the continental crust is 0.02 degrees Celsius per meter. Okay, so if the surface temperature is given as 25 degrees Celsius, the temperature at a depth of 18 kilometer is how much? So let's see. Suppose this is surface. Okay, the temperature here is 25 degrees Celsius, and this is the surface that is present at 18 kilometer below the upper part, upper surface. Okay, so this is 18 kilometers, and the rate at which the temperature is increasing is 0.02 degrees Celsius per meter. Okay, so what is the change of in temperature in 18 kilometer? Can you tell me change in temperature or increase in temperature, whatever you can write? So it should be like 0.
360 degrees.
Yes, it's 0.02 into 18 as it is given as the geothermal gradient is given in the unit of meter, degree Celsius per meter. So you have to convert this into meter. Okay, so it should be like 3 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the change is 360 degrees Celsius. So what is the net, the total temperature at a depth of 18 kilometers? So it should be like 360 degrees Celsius plus 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that should be equal to 385 degrees Celsius. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? The next question asking that the area of a triangular block of a massive ore body is 1500 meters. And if the thickness of the ore body is 5 meters, 6 meters, and 3 corners. So let's draw a triangular ore block. See, the thing is, at 3 different points or 3 different corners, they are having unequal thickness. Okay, suppose this is the area. This is the area. The area will be equal to 1500 meters square. The thickness of this ore body are here it is 8 meters. Suppose here it is 6 meters and here it is 7 meters. Okay, so first thing you need to do is to find what is the average thickness, because you cannot just take each thickness separately and try to find out these volumes. Okay, so that will be, I mean, a little longer, and it is not required also. If you see the complete question, they have also mentioned the ore density is 2.5 tons per cubic meter, and they have asked what is the ore reserve. Do you know what is the formula of ore reserve?
Volume into density.
Anybody? Yeah, it is about your volume of the ore into density. Okay. So if you see, try to find out the volume. This volume will be equal to area into average thickness. Okay. So the average thickness in this case will be 5 plus 6 plus 7 by 3. Okay. It should be equal to your 6 meter. Now if you put these values, the area is 1500 into this is 6. Okay, so this becomes your 9000 meters. Okay, so now if you again try to find out this is ore reserve by multiplying the volume with your density, it should be like the ore reserve will be 9000 into your 2.5. Just one thing you need to see here, that is the density is given as tons per cubic meter. Okay, this should be your cubic meter also, the volume, I'm sorry. So the volume is also coming in the unit of cubic meter, so they will be cancelled and the net answer will be in the unit of ton. Okay, so you just multiply these things, 9000 into 2.5. How much it is coming? Hmm? 9000 into 2.5.
22,500.
Yes, it should be 22,500. Okay. So here they have mentioned in integers. You just have to write the answer in integers. Okay. It will be 22,000. Okay. So the next question is about your the clinopyroxene crystallizing from a basaltic magma at samarium concentration of 20 pp. And if the clinopyroxene melt partition coefficient for samarium is 1 point, the concentration of samarium in the basaltic magma will be how much? So the first thing you must be aware of a term that is in the chemical petrology chapter of your JD Winter book. I hope you have studied. So it is your partition coefficient, that is CD. So this is equal to CS by CA. the concentration of a particular element. Suppose an event is occurring. This is a magma that is crystallizing. Okay. So after some time, you saw that this is the part that has crystallized. Okay. So this is the crystal that is formed. If you take an element, suppose X is an element. You take the concentration of X in this crystal. This is Cl, concentration of the solid in the crystal. Okay, concentration of X in the crystal. And if you take the concentration of the same element X, this magma, which is in the fluid form. Okay, so you just mention it Cl. And if you find the ratio between Cs and Cl, so that will be its partition coefficient. Okay. So do you know what is compatible element and incompatible element? Compatible and incompatible. Anybody?
Sir,
So
KD
if
less
the
than 1
KD
and
value,
incompatible.
yes, if it is than 1, it is incompatible. Okay, and if it is more than 1, it is compatible. Okay, so the thing is here it is given that the CL value. Okay, CL value given as 24. Just a second, kindly hold on. Just hold on, please. I think CS is given. Yes, the crystallizing part. The CS is 24. Okay, and C value is given as 1.2. So what is the value of CL? CL will be CS by KD. So this should be equal to 24 by 1.2. So it should be 240 by 12. Okay, so it should be equal to 20 ppm. As 24 is also in the unit of ppm. So CL will be also in the unit of ppm. Okay, so the answer will be 20. Have you understood?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. The lithostatic pressure at a depth of 36.5 km in the continental crust having average thickness of 2800 kg per meter cube is how much? So the formula is rho GH. You all know this. Okay. So this rho is given as 2800 kg per meter cube. Okay. And this G is given as 9.8 here. And the depth is given in the unit of kilometer. So you have to convert it into the unit of meter per. For that, we have to multiply 10 to the power 3. Okay. So it should be first in the unit of Pascal. Okay. So to convert into gigapascal, as it is asked in the unit of gigapascal, so you have to write this and then divide 10 to the power 9. Okay. This is getting in the unit of gigapascal. So can you tell me what is the value that is coming?
1.00.
1.00. Is it asked to write in the decimals, or yeah, you can write in the integer. Okay, so you can write as 1 gigapascal. Nearly equal to 1 gigapascal. Okay. The next question is the fraction of, this is sodium. Sodium atomic number is 11 and mass number is 20. Okay. So this is sodium atom remaining after a decay of 5 hours. So the fraction of atoms means, suppose this is the amount that is N0. You know about the radioactive decay equation. Do you know that? And after some
Yes, sir.
time, it is
N0
converted
is-
into, yes, if you see, after some time, the remaining part of sodium, if I take it as N, and the number of half-life periods. This is time taken as T. Okay, the number of half-life periods for this T to occur, it should be T by T half. Okay, and if you want to find out ratio between the end and the initial part, that is asked here as the fractional value. Okay, so it should be n by n0 is equal to half to the power n. What is n? N is this. N is the number of half-life periods. Okay, so if you see these values will be this is given as the decay interval. This is T. This T decay interval. Okay, and this T half is the half-life period. Okay, n is the number of half-life periods. T half is your half-life period. Okay, so this n will be equal to, this is 5, the decay interval, 5 hours, and the half-life period is given here as 15 hours. Okay, so it should be like 1 by 3. So if you put this n value here, 1 by 2 to the power 1 by 3. It's getting a little difficult to calculate, but you are even a scientific calculator. Okay, so try to calculate. 0.5 to the power how much? 1 by 3. Are you getting it?
Yes,
It
sir.
should be equal to your
0.7.
just one thing, you just have to write round off to 3 decimal places. Okay, so it should be nearly equal to 0.794. Okay, is everyone getting this?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो ऐसे ही आएगा, आपको एक रेंज मिलेगा वहां पे, आपको उस रेंज के अंदर मतलब आंसर लिखना है. ओके, so it should be equal to 0.794. Okay, the next question is the thickness of a dipping coal bed measured along a vertical drill hole is 15 meters. Okay, and just a minute, I have to draw it. So this is the surface. Okay, and this is a dipping coal bed. Okay, so this is a dipping coal bed, and there is a drill hole here. Okay, so this is the drill hole. Okay, so and the thing is the depth of the coal bed is 30 degrees. This is also 30 degrees. Okay, and you are asked to calculate the orthogonal thickness. Orthogonal thickness means the vertical thickness between the two layers of this bed. This one. Okay, so let me name them. This is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, so in the right angle triangle ACB, AB is the vertical thickness. Okay, it should be equal to 15 meters. 15 meters. Okay, and if you see the BC value, BC is your orthogonal thickness that you have to find out. Okay, that you have to find out. Next, one thing is given, the deep angle. The deep angle of this bed will be 30 degrees. So in the triangle ABC, which angle should be equal to 30 degrees? Anybody? Whether it should be BAC or ABC angle. कौन सा angle 30 डिग्री होगा? ABC angle should be equal to 30 degree. Hello, am I audible to you? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No. So measure of angle ABC should be equal to 30 degree, and if you have to find out BC, you have to take cos 30. Okay, 30 degree will be equal to BC by AB, and it should be equal to root 3 by 2. This is BC that you have to find out, and this is 15. Okay, so the value of BC will be equal to 15 root 3 by 2. Okay, so can you please calculate what is the value?
Twelve point nine.
Yeah, it should be 12.99, and you have to write to the nearest integer. So it should be equal to 13, right? 13 meter. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next question. It's the mole fraction of host. This is a interesting question. Okay. Uh, uh, Listen a bit carefully. So, the mole fraction of posterite in olivine with NGO 29.17 weight percent, FeO 34.65 weight percent, SiO2 36.18 weight percent. So you are asked to calculate the mole fraction of posterite. So if you see the formula of olivine का formula पर देखेंगे उससे दो एंड मेंबर्स होते हैं, ठीक है, like there is magnesium end member Mg2SiO4, and there is iron end member. Okay, so this is posterite and this is thiolite. So there is a concept known as magnesium number. Okay, this is magnesium number. So if you see, if you can use this magnesium number as the percentage or fraction or the mole fraction of posterite in the olivine. Okay, so magnesium number जितना ही आएगा उतना ही आपका posterite का mole fraction होगा. Simple. So the first thing you need to know what is magnesium number. So it should be like the mole fraction of MgO by mole fraction of MgO plus mole fraction of FeO. There is two end members. Okay, that is MgO and another one is FeO. So what is the formula of mole fraction? Why all these data are given? The formula for mole fraction is equal to your weight percent given, and this is divided by molecular weight. ठीक है, आपका weight percent divided by molecular weight. So now if you just try to calculate what is magnesium number, so then you have to first find out mole fraction of MgO and FeO. So mole fraction of MgO is equal to your, this is mole fraction of MgO, weight percent of MgO by weight percent, molecular weight of MgO. So this should be 29.17 divided by 40.31. Okay, so this should be equal to 0.7236. And if you want to find out the mole fraction of FeO, it should be like 34.65. All these data are given. I'm not taking it from my own memory. Okay, all these data are given. This is 34.65 by 71.8. Okay, so this should be to 0.4836. Okay, so the magnesium number will be equal to 0.7236 by 0.7236 plus 0.4836. Okay, so can you please calculate what is this value? Should be equal to 0.7236 by 1.2072. Okay. And what is the net value? 0.7236 divided by 1.2072. It should be equal to 0.59. Okay. You can also write as 0.60. No problem. Okay. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So the next question is a partially saturated soil sample has a volume of 1200 cubic centimeter, and so let me write what is given for the volume of the soil sample. Okay, so it is 1200 cubic centimeter. Then the volume of water is given as 300 cubic centimeter. Okay, and the next thing is given that the mass of the solid in the sample, the mass of the solid. Okay, so let me write as NS. It should be 1908 gram. Okay, and one density, that is the particle density or the matrix density, you can take it as your rho m as 2.65. So it is asked to calculate what is the porosity. Okay, so porosity means the volume of pore spaces divided by the total volume. Okay, so you just have to find that what is the volume of pore spaces, because this is the total volume that is given. Okay, obviously you have to convert it into percentage. So the first thing you need to find by using this density, that what is the volume of these particles. Okay, so you have to find out by the formula, that is volume is equal to mass by density. Okay, you are given the mass of this solid as 1908 by your density. This is 2.65. Okay, so this should be equal to 720 cubic centimeter. This is volume of the particles or the matrix. ठीक है, so आपका जो पोर स्पेस है, पोर स्पेस कैसे आपको मिलेगा कि वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सॉइल, द टोटल वॉल्यूम, दैट इज 1200 minus the matrix, okay, or the particles, that is 720. So this should be equal to your 480. So this is the volume of the pore space. Okay, so it should be equal to 480. Now if you put these values, this is 480 by 1200 into 100, it should be equal to how much? It should be equal to 40%, right? Have you understood? अगर कोई डाउट है पूछ
Yes.
लो अभी. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next question. A rock element during deformation is a pressure change of 5 into 10 to the power 4. This is your Newton per meter square. Okay, the volume change is from 4 cubic centimeter to 3.9 cubic centimeter. Okay, so it is asked to calculate what is the bulk modulus. The formula for bulk modulus is your volumetric stress by volumetric strain. Do you know what is strain? or volumetric strain, change in volume by original volume. ठीक है, तो चेंज इन वॉल्यूम कितना होगा 4 माइनस 6.9, ओरिजिनल वॉल्यूम 4, ठीक है, तो इट शुड बी इक्वल टू 0.1 by 4. Okay, next you have to find, like this is 1 by 40, you can also write. Okay, and the volumetric stress, that is 5 into 10 to the power 4. Okay, so it should be 5 into 10 to the power 4 by 1 by 40. Okay, so if you convert this, this fraction into a proper value, it should be like 20 into 10 to the power 5, or even as it is asked in the form of 10 to the power 6, so you can write 2 into 10 to the power 6 Newton per meter square. Okay, so you can write here simply as 2. Okay, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys listening or what?
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes.
Sleeping? Okay, so don't worry, there are 2 more questions only. Okay, so the next question is asking that for an isotropic crystal of thickness having 0.04 millimeter and refractive indices of 1.636 and 1.486. Okay, so you just have to calculate what is the retardation, and most importantly in the unit of nanometer. Okay, so the formula for retardation is delta is equal to T into your birefringence. Okay, the thickness into birefringence. So the birefringence value is the difference between your 2 refractive indices, the fastest refractive indices and the slowest. Okay, the slowest will have the highest refractive indices, and the fastest ray will have the least refractive indices. Okay, so it should be like 0.04, and this is in the form of 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so it's better if you don't convert. Okay, so just simply write, then at the end you can do it. So again it should be equal to 1.636 minus 1.486. Okay, the difference between these 2 refractive index. So it should be equal to 0.04 into your 0.15. Okay, so it should be equal to 0.006 millimeter. So now if you want to convert this into your nanometer, so what you should do, just multiply 10 to the power 6. Okay, so it should be equal to 6000 nanometer. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो आप ऐसे कर सकते हैं, आपको जो भी जैसे भी कन्वेंशन होगा आप वैसे कर सकते हैं, डोंट वरी, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. Okay, and the next question is about your ore body, and ore body contains pyrite and chalcopyrite and in the same molar proportion. So if chalcopyrite is 1 mole and then pyrite will be 1 mole. Okay, so what is the percentage concentration of copper in the ore body? So if you see the formula of chalcopyrite and pyrite, okay, so the upper one is your chalcopyrite. So this should be equal to, the mass should be equal to 63.55. All are given here. Okay, so this is 63.55 plus for iron, it should be equal to 55.85 plus sulfur. There are 2 sulfur. Okay, so it should be equal to 2 into 32.06. Okay, so now it should be equal to just a second, it should be equal to how much? should be equal to 183.5. Okay, this is gram per mole. Okay, so for pyrite, the values are 55.85 for iron, and there are 2 sulfur. Okay, so this is 32.06, and it is equal to your 119.97. Okay, so what is the total amount of copper? It should be equal to only 63.55. That is present in the calculation. Nothing in the part of filing. But one thing you need to understand here, that uh, as it is asked to calculate the percentage concentration of copper, so you have to take the total mass of the ore body or total concentration of the ore body. Okay, so how it is? The percentage of copper should be equal to 63.55 divided by 183.52 plus 119.9. Okay, and it is obviously multiplied with 100. Okay, so it is equal to your 63.55 by 303.49 into 100, and it should be equal to nearly 21%. Okay, have you understood? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So okay, so this is the last question. In the given isobaric binary temperature composition phase diagram that involves solid A and B, the fraction of melt, it is asking the fraction, not the percentage. Okay, the fraction of melt remaining at बोलो
सर प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में 50% होगा ना चैल्कोपेरेट और पैरेट का।
हाँ ठीक है, आपको सेम मोलर प्रोपोर्शन में लेना है। जैसे कि अगर ये 1 मोल है तो ये भी 1 मोल ही होगा। ओके
यस
ठीक है। हाँ, तो ऐसे आप टोटल मार्क्स को ही कैलकुलेट करेंगे। अगर उसमें सपोज 60-40 देता, so you just have to multiply 0.6 here and 0.4 here. Okay, as it is given as same molar proportion, so you just have to I mean what you do, like 1 mole here or 1 mole here. Okay, that doesn't make any difference. ठीक है।
यस
हाँ ठीक है। So I think these questions are replicated from your GATE exam. If you see the question, whoever have solved the question of GATE from 2020, 2021. Okay, so similar questions were asked. ठीक है, आप देख सकते हैं। ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, so the next question, and this is the last one, is in the given isobaric diagram, you just have to find out the fraction of melt that is present at the remaining at point Q when it is started from the point P. ठीक है, सपोज ये पॉइंट से आपका, जैसे कि आप, मैं जूम कर रहा हूँ, ये पॉइंट से आपका क्रिस्टलाइजेशन स्टार्ट हो रहा है। ठीक है, एंड इट इज कमिंग टू हियर। ठीक है, so nothing values are written here, that is the problem. But one thing you can see, that if you see the percentage of composition, and this line is almost equally subdivided into 5 halves, not 5 halves, 5 parts. So if you take each part as x, so and you apply the river rule here at this Q point, so what will happen? So this is A, this is B, this is C. The part which is presented as liquid will be your BC. Okay, this BC will be equivalent to your liquid portion. Okay, and if AB will be equivalent to your solid proportion. So this will also be X, this will also be X. So percentage of liquid or the fraction, not exactly the percentage, the fraction of liquid will be equal to, this is BC by PC plus AB. Okay, so this is according to Lever rule. According to Lever rule. Okay, so this is X divided by X plus X. Okay, it should be 1 by 2 or 0.5. The answer should be 0.5, right? Have you understood? Okay, that's all from my side. If you
Sir, can you
want
show
to
us
ask anything,
question number 59?
question number 59. Yes.
Before. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions
हाँ.
or anything else? कोई डाउट है अगर आप पूछ सकते?
सर थोड़ा गिब्स फेज रूल का क्वेश्चन दिखा हुआ
Gibbs phase rule. Okay. Just a second. Kindly hold on. Yes, this one.
ओके सर ठीक है थैंक यू
ठीक है.
ओके सर
Any other questions?
नो सर
Okay, then I hope you have understood everything. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask in the group. Okay, and try to answer. So for this moment, you can leave now. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.